Hi, welcome back to Birds of Coto. In this episode today, we're going to learn about our 3 woodpeckers we find in Coto de Caza. So please enjoy.
Our first woodpecker is an acorn woodpecker. He is Melanurpes formicovorus, and formicovorus means ant-eating, but we know that he prefers to eat acorns. Now they are dimorphous. The female has a full black forehead, where the male does not. Now the acorn woodpecker is a medium-sized woodpecker. He's easily spotted by his red head, his black wings, and his white breast. This here is a granary where they store their nuts or their acorns. This particular tree is on the north course at the 4th hole. You can see thousands of acorns in holes. So what they do is they find an acorn first, and then they try to find the appropriate size hole next. As the acorn shrinks, they pull it out of the hole and they find another appropriate hole to store for their supplies. They live in cavities of trees. Now acorn woodpeckers, they live in what's called a collective coalition of woodpeckers. So you have 7 males and 3 females, and they work together, they co-breed, and they raise their family like a little colony. Now sometimes they might have even 10 helpers helping them out raise the family. That's called a coalition of acorn woodpeckers. So let's see how our granary is doing. Here's our sound of the acorn woodpecker. Sometimes it sounds like they're almost getting together and laughing. So their territory is pretty much defined geographically to their granary because they really can't move that far. So let's just watch them play out till we get to our next woodpecker. This is a Nuttall Woodpecker, or Dryobates nuttali. He's named after the naturalist Thomas Nuttall in 1843. He's found in the oak woodlands of California and of course on our Coto golf course. Now Nuttall woodpeckers have black wings, black spots on his back, and the males have this distinguishable red crown and the females do not. They're very common in Coto, they're non-migratory, and they live here year-round. Now the Nuttall woodpecker, he feeds primarily on insect larvae found by tapping and probing into crevices into oak trees. And this bird also feeds on sap from the sap holes and consumes a variety of different sort of berry seeds. So here's his sound. Now Nuttall woodpeckers are monogamous and they have biparental care, and the new nests are excavated each year by the males in the cavities of dead trees such as willows, oaks, and alders. So when foraging, the males tend to work on the trunk and the larger branches while the females use the smaller branches. A group of woodpeckers is known as a descent, drumming, gatling of woodpeckers. So let's watch them a little more. Let's say goodbye to our Nuttall woodpecker. Our next bird is a Downy Woodpecker, or Dryobates pubescens, and he is the smallest woodpecker in North America. I caught this guy down on hole 11 south one morning. Now pubescens means downy, which refers to that white patch of down on his back. Other than that, he gets mistaken for the Nuttall woodpecker, although they do have some distinct markings on their face that typically you can't really find because they're so quickly moving around. Now the adult males have this red patch on the back of his head. Now these guys are mostly permanent residents in Coto, but sometimes a few might find their ways to the higher elevations during the summer. Now, Downy woodpeckers, they nest in tree cavities. And here's his sound. He just has a simple chirp. So like I said, the Downy woodpeckers, they nest in tree cavities that are excavated by the pair, the male and the female, in a dead tree or limb. In winter, they roost in the tree cavities to keep warm. So the Downy woodpeckers, they forage in the trees by picking the bark surface in the summer and digging deeper in the winter. They mainly eat insects, but they also eat seeds and berries. So let's just kind of watch this guy for a little while until our video runs out. Well, once again, thank you very much for watching another episode of Birds at Coto by BattleFoxX. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.